that the first time you'd ever gone out of state?
Probably. Yeah, and I went to Florida, well, Tootsie, my friend, best friend. Daddy, I wanted Daddy to go, and he had just got married.
And that was June of 1945? And that D-Day was in 1945, right?
Huh?
D-Day was 1945, June
Yeah.
6th of
Yeah, well, see,
1945.
that's the reason I went down there and married him,
Yeah.
because they was going to ship him overseas,
Okay.
and he couldn't come back home. So I went to Florida to marry him, and then the war ended, and he didn't have to go overseas.
It
But-
ended in Europe
In August.
August, yeah.
when I was still in Panama City.
Right.
And,
D-Day was June 1944.
Was it 44?
Yeah, the war ended in April of 45 in Europe.
I thought it was in August.
Because August 6th was when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima.
Okay, that's right.
And-
VJ Day is in August.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
Anyway,
so in August of 1944, then was when you saw him in church, or saw
Yeah.
him the day before church,
yeah,
and then sat with him in church and went and y'all had a Coke or something like
Yeah.
that, and then you bought the film
yeah,
later that day,
yeah,
and went and borrowed his camera, and by the time you took his camera back, he was already gone.
yeah,
And you wrote each other.
yes,
And then he came back in February of 45,
yeah,
and you dated for 2 weeks, and then he went back, and then you went in June and got married.
yeah.
So you basically
I really
knew
didn't
each
know
other
him.
for
I-
2 weeks
Yeah.
and maybe a few days.
Yeah, that's right.
Knew each other in person, you mean?
Yeah.
But they were in
Yeah.
physical presence.
Yeah.
Because we had never,
I
Had any kind-
had known her all her life. I spent more time with her grandparents than she did.
yeah, he
And
was, and he,
I've been there, and I rode back to Carolina Heights with her and her daddy and her mama.
Yeah.
And one time we went up here near Ridgeway and got some
mistletoe,
mistletoe, but she didn't remember me being there.
and I remember one time that when we lived in the schoolhouse in Carolina Heights, Daddy smoked, and he had a pack of cigarettes laying on his television, and he and my cousin come down there.
Laying on the television? On the radio?
No, radio.
Radio. Wasn't no television then, radio. And when they left, Mama said they stole that pack of cigarettes.
They didn't steal that back.
But anyway, I don't remember any of that. I remember going and getting that mistletoe, but I wouldn't have known who it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, when he was running around with the wrong crowd at that time, and my daddy did not want me to marry him, and he was very unhappy because I decided I wanted to marry Ray. Granny told me that she prayed that he would someday marry a girl like me or Dorothy Robbins, which was my cousin. And
Yeah, every time I come home on furlough, once a day to what was the name? Dorothy or Treva one.
Because he was going with girls that was hanging around in the beer parlors, and she
Fun girls!
so God answered her prayer. So we got married. Been married for 65 years.
Yeah, I was dating one girl, and she loved beer just as good as anybody.
And now during this 2 weeks, let me tell you this.
All
During
right.
this 2 weeks that I was dating him every night,
Yeah.
I was working a third shift. So he would take me to work, or go with me to work, and meet up with this girl that was working down there on the second shift. I didn't know that till after we was married.
So you had one on each shift, right?
When did you sleep?